which kind of thought to. And today, yes, I was talking Irish/Gaeilge. And then we're going to do 10 things you didn't know about Ireland. Another fact is I'm Irish.
Ireland, or as it is called in the Irish language, Éire, is a small island nation located in the North Atlantic. But much more importantly, it is a land that imparts an inexplicable sense of wonder, history, and magic to those who think of it and visit it. Few other countries in the world conjure up the type of imagery that Ireland does. And because of that, it now falls to us to bring life to that imagery with 10 things you didn't know about Ireland. There is perhaps no more important matter in Ireland than that of the Irish language, called Gaeilge in Irish. Continental Celts, who were the ancestors of the modern Irish, brought their language with them, which over time and through change became known as Irish. And Irish remained the principal and only language of Ireland throughout most of the history of the nation. Irish is classified as a member of the Goidelic branch of Celtic languages, which includes Scots Gaelic and the largely extinct Manx language, once spoken on the Isle of Man, and is more distantly related to the Welsh language and other members of the Brittonic family of Celtic languages. The Irish language continued to be the language of both Irish nobility and peasantry until the devastating invasions carried out by the English beginning in the 12th century. For most of its post-invasion history, English was only widely spoken in the area referred to as the Pale, comprising Dublin and its immediate environment. But as English grew in prestige, more and more Irish began to speak it in lieu of the Irish language. The Irish potato famine, additionally, was probably the most destructive thing to ever happen to the Irish language, because with the deaths of so many farmers, many of the principal speakers of the Irish language died along with them. Today, Irish is an obligatory subject in school for all Irish children, but only a tiny percentage actually speak it as a mother tongue, or even competently, with the exception of the Gaeltacht, areas known for large numbers of Irish speakers. This is the sad legacy of both English colonization and the tragic events such as the Great Irish Potato Famine.
A lot of Irish people now talk Irish
instead of English, so that's why the Irish Constitution, alongside English, and the Irish will likely cling to their heritage, at least symbolically, for many years to come. Irish food is a reflection of the people who produce it, and Irish dishes tend to be both hearty and easy on the palate at the same time. Irish stew is probably the most famous dish known to outsiders, traditionally consisting of meat, potatoes, and other root vegetables, such as onions and carrots, in a pleasant broth. Other dishes less known but equally delicious include Irish soda bread, boxty, which is a type of potato pancake, and coddle, which has roots in Dublin, called coddle because many different ingredients are coddled together in a stew. Whatever your taste might be, Irish cuisine will be sure to satisfy you and bring you back for a second helping. Unfortunately, one of the subjects not often spoken of is that of the indentured servitude of the Irish by the English, particularly during the colonial period. As English domination of Ireland grew, the opportunity to abuse the Irish as a cheap labor source increased, particularly in the New World. The worst of this occurred during and after the Irish Rebellion against the English in 1641, and continued on into the 18th century, and many Irish were forced into indentured servitude in North America, being released only after years of service, with little to no future prospects. This is yet another reason why Ireland has suffered so much demographically over the years, and why it has never fully recovered. Interestingly enough, due to Ireland's membership in the EU, many people from Eastern Europe have arrived in Ireland, particularly from Poland, seeking employment. The numbers are quite telling, since it has been calculated that there are roughly 8 times the number of Polish speakers than there are native Irish speakers in Ireland. The Irish have had mixed feelings on the matter, as on the one hand, Polish tend to be hard-working and generally contribute positively to society, but on the other hand, Ireland is often a place where employment is scarce, so competing with Eastern European immigrants is not something everyone likes. Whether you favor it or not, it is a bit odd that Ireland in recent years has turned into a place full of immigrants, after so many of the Irish themselves had left in the past to seek a better life elsewhere. While many people consider Dublin to be the quintessential Irish city, the city was in fact founded by Viking invaders in the 10th century, and remained staunchly Viking in character until the Anglo-Norman invasion in the later Middle Ages.
There's mountains over there.
Dublin became the centerpiece
That's why
for
we have a
Ireland's
lot of
transformation
rain in
from a
Ireland.
primarily
It's
Irish
not always
nation to that of a subject-nation to the English.
It's okay. It's sometimes really warm, but like
from the 12th century
it's
onward,
always rainy
Dublin
and
remained largely in foreign hands. It is perhaps both ironic, and yet not, that the city of Dublin, that was founded by foreigners and maintained by foreigners, is now the capital city of Ireland. You probably don't know this, but the modern holiday and custom of Halloween is Irish in origin. Called Samhain, it was a Gaelic festival that marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the dark winter nights. Perhaps as a precursor to modern trick-or-treating, gifts of food and drink were left as offerings to the spirits.
This year we didn't have like a lot of snow. We only had like a day or two. There's only like a tiny bit of snow coming. As
Christianity came to Ireland,
didn't have a lot of snow, so we couldn't make any snow ones or something.
Eventually becoming the modern Halloween we all know today.
Couldn't make any.
The Irish Wolfhound stands at 32 inches at the withers, as the tallest dog in the world. And this breed is both a symbol of pride and tradition to the Irish. An incredibly ancient type of dog, whose ancestors probably were brought to Ireland possibly over 9,000 years ago. This huge breed was traditionally used to hunt wolves. In fact, it was so successful at its job that wolves are now extinct in Ireland, having disappeared sometime in the late 18th century, with the last one having been hunted down in 1786. With all that said, this gentle giant is truly something the Irish can be proud of. There's no sport more popular than Gaelic football in Ireland in terms of attendance, and with good reason. Because Gaelic football can rightly be said to be the national sport of Ireland, and thus a reflection of the enduring Irish spirit. It seems in many ways a cross between rugby, soccer, and American.
The real, it's not Gaelic, it's Gaelic. So that's one of the
American football, and yet remains truly unique.
Gaelic, Gaelic, not Gaelic, or what he said, it's Gaelic.
All-Ireland Championship, which is held annually, draws crowds of more than 80,000 people and is a testament to the Irish culture and heritage. It is sadly a little-known fact, but it's quite possible that the Irish contribution to the preservation of knowledge from antiquity in the West is greater than that of any other nation. While the continent languished in a sea of metaphorical darkness, Irish monks labored away in peace and quiet, learning, copying, and preserving many of the texts and consequently knowledge of the past. One such location was Skellig McHale, a tiny island off the coast of southwest Ireland that once housed a monastery, which in this isolated place continued the great tradition of learning in the West. We might never be able to gauge the contribution of the ancient Irish monastic orders to Western civilization, but it certainly does deserve more attention than it is traditionally received. The most long-standing repercussion of the Great Irish Famine was the loss of population, resulting in approximately 1 million deaths. And this led to an even greater demographic loss.
I actually read a book about famine, and it's called Under the Hot Country. And actually, it was in school what we were doing. We had to do a speech and all. Really fun to do doing Under the Hot Country. It's actually really good book. I'm not gonna give any spoiler alert. So, if you're Irish, check that book out. It's really awesome.
Because those who survived often emigrated and left Ireland behind, oftentimes to America.
In America and England, and it was actually in coffin ships. So if you had the famine, you'd be in the coffins. You'd be dead, and then you get into and you'll be in the coffins. That's why there's coffin ships. Okay, it was only in the famine, so there's like a big giant ship with coffins around. So that's cool.
America, with others leaving for England and other places. It might be hard to believe, but Ireland has never been able to make up for the demographic losses sustained under the Great Famine. If you've ever been to Ireland, there's a certain melancholy that hangs in the air, and this might well be a reflection of the tragedy that was visited upon them so long ago. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out our other lists, and we'll see you all next time. Ireland, or as it is...
Okay, so that was 10 things you didn't know about Ireland, or facts you didn't know about Ireland. So that's really cool. Comment below which one you want to see next, Latvia or Lithuania. Please comment, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.